struggling, but I'm weary to the fight. And we've got beautiful sun shining through, highlighting my messy little cave here at the front of the boat at the moment. I've been trying to tidy up for about the past week. Last night I got so pissed off. It's like my mental health is using the physical pain I'm numb to control me. And really it's not that. Really all it is me there in the present moment, experiencing physical pain really beyond my threshold. Being present with the pain, waiting to rise up to the challenge of whatever it is I wish to do. So for instance, last night I needed to tidy up. My bed's over here at the moment. As I said, it's a cave at the front of the boat where I'm able to do the rest of the work and operate the works to the boat. This will probably take years at present. But I had all the things over my bed and I needed to clear the space so I could take the things off the bed and put them back in the space. But in that place again, I was there and I was patiently waiting, really for my body to come present enough so I could say, right, I've got, otherwise I'm able, and I can't get on with it. I think I was awake all the while. You enter into conscious or not, you're not asleep, you're in this pain. It's like meditation, but with meditation there's surrender, there's control, there's an element of presence to what you're doing. Whereas me, I'm focusing on the work and I'm sitting in this exact position. And I know the importance of the work that needs to be done because I'm obviously tired and I obviously need rest. But the way things are, I can't rest until I've done it. And it's not the hardest thing in the world. But maybe this is old age. I'm 36 now. Maybe I've lost that energy of youth where it's like, I need to get this thing done. And we do it. So maybe it's like the fact that I'm getting old and my body's failing me, or my mind is failing me, more likely in my opinion. Because the truth is, when you're a child, you don't really know your body, you just function. And then you might have a knock and you experience pain and walk in a different way. And for me, I've been lucky enough where I've gone the opposite way. I guess it might not be the case with most people, sorry. I started speaking as if it was the case, what I'm about to say now with most people. But on reflection, it's only if you go down a certain path. And that path is beginning to understand your body in whatever which way. And through that path, you understand your body. It could be through nutrition. It could be through exercise. It could be through meditation. But mine's come through a very specific bodily focused way. Through Qigong, which is energetic my head's not on my shoulders straight. Literally. But it might be just more than a saying then. They could have just snatched it out of thin air. I forget what we're saying. Yeah, I've gone down a very specific journey, that of Qigong. And Qigong means energetic exercise. And with that, there's the understanding of posture and the body. And that's what I feel I've been imparted with by my uncle. And that was really alongside my own pursuit of energy. And again, alongside my own pursuit in terms of healing. And with healing, I was always under the understanding, I'm never truly going to heal anybody until I've healed myself. And all three aspects have carried me through to just continue to really become aware of my body more and more. But then again, it could be the pain that's making me aware, but it's not. Well, ironically it is. The pain is me realizing there's a problem. Before I could sit in, I'd be fine. I could get on with it, but as the pain has taken hold, it's like going to level 2 of the training. Perspective of that body, of that perfect posture that you understand and apply, but with a new understanding of pain alongside it. And how really somehow the likelihood is, when we're children, we don't feel pain like we do when we're adults. And it's a case of, we might slowly come into our bodies as you can see it through children. And for me, I guess it's still happening. That consciousness is still coming in. I haven't seen or had like a conclusion. And I'm forever growing within my body. And I'm on to level 2 of this reality game. And it's given me a whole new perspective. It's like you've just completed level 1. You go to level 2, and with level 2, the background and the scenes are all different. And just with all of that difference and experiencing it, the gameplay for 5 minutes and taking a break and referencing it back to the original game. And we're talking about the physical body, posture, pain, life, vitality, health, death. And we're talking about level 2. All of that opens up instantly. You might not understand, and that actually might cause greater pain, because like when you're with video games, you go through level 1 and it's a certain level of difficulty. And often when you go up, so it makes sense as we go on to this next level of understanding life, there's going to be pain until this level's completed. But I don't like video games, man. The wisdom behind what my uncle taught me. I do like the sincerity I've applied to life, dear to myself and humanity as a person, and what that's resulted in terms of me choosing, in other words, all the decisions I've ever made. They're not all perfect, but I know my underlying intent behind all of that. I really have to take the opportunity. I had to totally leave what we were saying behind, because where I've been affected, this is raising my energy a little bit. And I'm slowly coming back into my body as, in a way, myself. I'll take a short break. I haven't had a pull on this yet. Puff on this, sorry. It's a really different picture that paints, at least in my mind, when you say pull and puff in relationship to a cigarette. One sounds more childlike, one sounds like more innocent. Another one, you need this. So, yeah, for me, it's like we've moved on to level 2. It's more painful. I've got a whole new perspective, and I'm seeing my body as more now than when I was as a child, because I know my body now. And energy is mind. Well, sorry, not energy is mind, but the mind uses the most energy in the body. So thought, do a million bicep curls to generate the amount of energy you can do with thought in a specific area. And I'm sure helping me keep physically in any shape, it's actually aided me. It's almost like training in itself, because that's where your mind is going, that's where thought is going. Visualize that, but the mind uses far more energy than anything else. The mind is like what depletes us. And that's why when you're in the flow with life, you're not really thinking, you're doing from experience. And that energy that you're riding, there's no thought there. But it's almost like the rewards of thought through your life. Because when you think, you should allow for greater ease in your life, or a greater enjoyment in the areas that you enjoy. And hopefully that's sustainable, hopefully that's natural, hopefully that the combination of what you like and the way you live and the way you think will create a more optimum flow for you all the time, or as much as possible. And I guess, and I'm grateful my uncle's given me this wisdom on my body, because it makes sense to me now. But as a child, especially as a fat child, I didn't care so much. I forget how we get sidetracked. I'm really lacking oxygen today. Title then. The title, basically what I was trying to get at, is honesty. And what that consists of is my relationship to the collective psychosis, the secret that's currently taking place, and how you've come out of the woodwork to me and are communicating to me on levels. And you sort of needed to wake me up at first, a bit like it wasn't such a quick process, but it was still painful. And it's taken, 13 years for me to get to this point where I can begin to think of in terms of just speaking to you. And luckily we have the wonders of Facebook live stream that allows me to achieve this. In front of another person and have this discussion, I'd be able to do it. But the probability of the right scenarios taking place for that meeting to happen, about this, what I'm talking about with you now, we could be waiting another 15, 20 years. So I'm very grateful that it's allowing me to do this. It's taken me 13 odd years to get to this point. Streams. I didn't know how to approach you. You're a mass secret awakening taking place within humanity. Still pretending to be docile and sheep when you're lions wearing sheep's clothes. And I don't understand that. I reached you, the collective psychosis, when my life began to be about innate practicality. In other words, I need to remember. I began. It's when I realized for myself, I believe I'm in a coma. At that point in time, it's like I let go of life, but I was still here and present. And at that moment, it must have been 11 years ago or something now, from that point in time, I saw life and I saw you all as energy, of energy that know what to do like a program on a computer. And that's how you interact with me. And I don't know for certain I'm in. The most likelihood is for this scenario. So on one level, it makes perfect sense. If I'm in a coma, you're nothing but energy. My energy is somebody else's energy, probably angel, where my body really is, feeding me these energies that are you to communicate to me so I can maintain the right level of life for the healing my body needs so I can wake up in the real world. But as I said, I'm fully aware that this, and I have to treat it as real because the pain still hurts. And I could be here a long time before I go back. I don't know how long. And within that world, the collective psychoses have shown themselves to me as a secret planet Earth. You all communicate to me in a very painful way. It's been painful, most of the responses and interactions I've had with you up till this point. But as I said, to the waking up process, but don't forget it's painful and it's real. So I'm going to respond with a little bit of anger when I first start speaking to you. I've spoken to you like human beings, like real people. I don't know how to communicate to a level of consciousness I don't really know. So I have to communicate to you on the level that I know. And on the level I know, people are sheep. We're brainwashed, dumbed down, fed the worst nutrition made available. The world just doesn't make sense. And we just suck it up. I don't know. I can't comprehend. That's what I mean. I can't reach you on that level. Our perspective of society is so different through our outward gesture to the world. And there might be reasons for that, but don't. And I know nobody in a country of 50 million that's actively doing the same thing, bar David Icke. But even David Icke is within the collective psychosis. I see that. So I don't information to take as truth. So I'm very much alone within this. And I communicated to you naturally. Sounded angry. It wasn't meant to be angry. I got angry a couple of times, I believe. I can't remember. But it looked like anger because there was a lot of pain in there. And essentially I was from people. I haven't spoken to people. Communicated with them for years. And all of a sudden I need to communicate to everybody as a person. That's how it sounded. But now, I need to communicate to you on a different level because I've exhausted that. And I'm exhausted too. And I'm finding myself obviously coming back to more of a communicative, intrinsic response to the fight. I'm exhausted. And I'm in so much pain, I'm having to do things like respond to comments, comment on Facebook. I don't comment on Facebook. And I'm commenting on Facebook because I'm in so much pain. And where I didn't want to know psychosis that put me in, I'm realizing I don't have a choice. I can't really deal with this. And on that level, I need to seek help. And I've outwardly asking openly for help hasn't worked. So I'm going about it a different way and just like random times I'll feel like actually no, I might have to send a message here or reply on a comment here and I'm finding myself doing that more and more. So it's appropriate now to speak to you face to face like this. And I asked you a question yesterday on the live stream. That little bit that was making me speak so fast. In spirituality, in the world of the collective psychosis, I understand that pain. This label is called the mobile phone. It's agony, man. But anyway. So hopefully I can slow down the speed I was speaking at. I wanted to punch myself. Yesterday I asked the question. Directly and asked you a question. I don't believe I've done that before. Or at least not directly, not like almost demanding it to know. And that question was basically, what are you trying to do? Because what you're trying to do, I'm trying to listen. I'm sincere. This is my life. I have to live this life. So I have no choice but to do my best. And you're either trying to kill me, which if you're trying to kill me and this is the power I have in my life at the moment, I don't have a choice. I've got to accept my death. But I hope within the goodness of a spiritual awakening, of people, mankind, and what we have capable within us, it might be for something of a higher consciousness. And that's why I made the video, because in the present moment here, me trying my best to listen to the messages you're sending me through pain, there's no clear answer. You change. I demand that you start making it clear to me what it is that's going on, what's this all about. Because so that's what I needed to open up about with and be honest about. I think there was something else I wanted to add on. I can't remember. So I'll leave it there. And no, it's just to reiterate, it's to make it clear. You need to make it clearer to me. You're not stupid. I know that. You're a collective of however many million or billion now. I don't know how far, but you're many. And I know, and I see you hiding your fire and your, as I described before, being a lion within a sheep's clothing. I see that. And for that reason, I don't question your awareness and consciousness. As I said, when I saw you in life, I saw you as innate practicality. That's what I was trying to say. That's how I see you. But this isn't innate practicality to the present moment for my mind. So I'm asking, what are you doing? Do you want me to lose my mind? Is that what you're trying to do? It might be. But hopefully, this is just an error by chance, because we're still alive by nature. There's still a chance stuff can just happen. Free will. I believe it exists. And for that reason, this could have just been a real F-up. But either way, I've really made the situation clear enough. If you're awake, what I mean by that, or honest enough within your own mind, because you might not be able. I appreciate that. But if you are honest enough within your own mind, can you make it clearer, please? Can you? I'll leave it there.